an open door. So I told myself I never that happen again.
Hello, Facebook family and internet world. My name is Raquel, and this is Pages of Life. Today is Father's Day, and we are giving a special shout out to all those wonderful, amazing, awesome, strong, dedicated, committed fathers. Happy Father's Day to you. We're going to be talking about the attributes and qualities of a good father today on Pages of Life. About a year ago, I lost my father, who was the love of my life. And most little girls, when they grow up with their fathers, they want a man just like their father. I mean, if he was a good man and he was a part of their life and he supported them and took care of them, that's what a little girl dreams of having, a man like her father. So my question today to you men, what kind of fathers are you showing your little girls? Now, men sometimes get a bad rap. They do. They have so many things that they have to deal with. Now, I know that us mothers and females, we have a lot of things that we have to deal with too. But when you really look at it, the reality of it is, because we are considered to be the weaker of the two, we have the expectation of us is really, well, they're going to cry, or they're not going to succeed, or they're going to be too emotional, or, they're going to fly off the handle. That's kind of like they have that expectation of us to do that. But for men, they have that expectation of being strong and being hard, and they're not able to cry, and if they do cry, that's a sign of weakness. Men, they have to wear so many hats. They have to be the provider, they have to be the teacher, they have to be hard and tough. Yet, for their women, they have to be sensitive without looking like a punk or looking weak, right? They have to be the protectors, they have to be the mentors, they have to be the teachers, and they have to wear all these different hats and still be strong, still every day put that smile on their face and do what they're supposed to do. Now, do they ever fall short? Of course they do. Now, sometimes as women and as mothers and as wives, do we give them a hard time about falling short? Yes, we do. And some of us, we do it because we want to encourage them and continue to be their strength. But some of us can be really hard on our men, just kind of too hard sometimes. But one of the things that I wanted to share is that in our tradition and in our heritage, especially African American heritage, we raise our men to be strong, and to show no fear and to show no weakness and don't cry. But is that fair? Because real men do cry. Real men do show when they're hurting. And a lot of times, men, they have to do it behind closed doors because they're afraid to do it in public. When I say in public, they're afraid to do it around their friends or their wives or their girlfriends. Because really, as women, a lot of us, we have not been raised to say, okay, it's okay for my man to cry, or it's okay to bear him up when he's weak. Because sometimes they do get weak, And so, again, I just want to, tip my hat, do the old attaboy and the pat on the back for those men who are still doing the father role and doing it very well, in spite of the mean wife or the mean ex-wife or the mean baby mama. He's still providing for his kids. He's still sticking it out. And he's not allowing that woman or that girlfriend to keep him from his children or keep him from taking care of his children. So what are some of the attributes and qualities of a father, a real father? One, he's a provider. What does that mean, a provider? Not just a provider of money, but he is a provider of a home, car, food, whatever it is that his family or his children needs. Well, we're talking about fathers, so we'll say whatever the needs of his children are. He is a provider. He's there. But he's also providing time. He's providing himself. He's providing wisdom and guidance. Okay? So one of the attributes of a father is being a good provider. Okay? Now, a protector. One of the attributes of a good father is being a protector, a covering. The father he's supposed to be the head of the house. He's supposed to be the head, period, of his children. So he is the protector. Not just the big bad man that's going to come and beat up, the people that are causing problems, but he's the protector. He is the man that's sitting on the wall. He's the watchman on the wall. He's looking out, being able to see the danger ahead. And he's able to say, hey, this is what we need to do. Hey, don't go that way. Hey, go this way. He is the watchman on the wall. He is the protector. And not only is he the protector, but be in that role, he needs to provide some guidance, some alternatives to where that child wants to go, or where, how that family is going. Well, we shouldn't go this route. We need to go this route because I can see up the road that this is going to be a problem and I have to protect my family. Okay, so we have a provider and a protector. Next, one of the things that a father is over his household and over his family, he is that pastor. He is that priest. He is, again, like I said, the watchman on the wall. He is the one that is supposed to, now if he is a God-fearing man and he is a praying man, then he is the priest of that home. Okay, and not only does he protect physically, but he protects in spiritual warfare. He is a praying man. Okay, so when the enemy comes in and trying to destroy, with the flood, he's going to stand up and lift up a standard against us. Say, you know what? No, this is not happening. Enemy, you cannot have my children. Enemy, you cannot have my family. You cannot have my daughter. You cannot have my son. He's going to pray with his family. He's going to pray with his children. His children is going to know that my father is a praying man. When things start getting rough, not just physically with someone else, but in a child's life, a child needs their father there with them for that wisdom and guidance. And that is part of the attributes and the characteristics of a good, strong father, is he is a priest to his children and to his household. Okay, that child should be able to get whatever they need from that priest, the wisdom, the prayer, the counsel, and the guidance. Now, sometimes our fathers can't give it because they weren't given it. It wasn't given to them. But let me tell you something. A good father is going to go and seek out help. They're going to find a mentor for themselves. They're going to pick up a book and read. There's so many books out there for fathers. I mean, you name it, they got it. Go to Barnes and Nobles. They have some really good books. So a father, a real good father, will seek out the help that he needs to be that good father. He's not going to let his pride keep him from asking for help or from learning. What is it that I need to do to help my children? That's one of the things that a good father will do. Also, a father is basically a prophet. Now, what does a prophet do? A prophet is not just someone who sees, but a prophet is also someone who's able to speak into the lives of their children. Okay, now, when that child is deciding to do certain things or want to go down a certain road, you as that prophet, as that priest, as that protector and that provider of that child, what are you going to do? You're going to say, hey, let's look at all the avenues. Let's look at all these alternatives. And you know what? You can do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be. You have it in you. That father is going to speak life into that child. A father and a husband should be able to speak life into his home, into his marriage, into whatever that situation is. That prophet in that father should come forth and say, you know what? I declare and I decree that my child will be healed. And he will speak life into that child. He will be a supporter of that child's dreams. Now, it may not necessarily mean he may not want that child to go a certain route, but because sometimes we have to understand that our children, when they grow up, they do have their own lives to live, and we can't live their life for them. So whatever decisions that they make, we have to teach them, yes, you made your bed, you're going to have to lie in it. But as a good father, the father is going to show them, here are the alternatives. Here's the repercussions of your decisions. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a bad one, because the child might want to be a singer, or the child might want to be an actor or an athlete. And maybe the father doesn't want that. But a father will speak encouragement. You know what? The sky is the limit. It's yours. You can have whatever you want. Go after it and support them. Also, a lot of times as parents and as fathers, I've seen this happen, that fathers have an expectation of their children. And when that child lets them down, they then cut off communication with that child. They then start to treat that child a certain way, not understanding and not realizing that they're doing more damage. They're doing more damage than good. Now, yes, as a parent, we do get disappointed. Yes, we do get hurt and we do get upset. But you know what? We have to realize that, you know what? We can't live the lives of our children. All we can do is feed and pour into them the good things, the right things, and be there to support them. Because you know what? They're going to hit that wall. They're going to hit that wall eventually, because we all did. We all had to hit that wall. Now, would you want them to hit that wall and then turn around and have no one there? And then they'll feel alone, and that will lead to further problems? Or do you want to be there for them and say, you know what? Daddy got you. I got you. Daddy tried to show you. Daddy tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen, but guess what? Daddy is here to pick up the pieces. I'm here to help you with that. Okay? That's one of the attributes of a father. Now, I just want to say this, again, a lot of times our men and our young boys, they don't know the power and the authority that they have. They are royal kings. And as parents, raising our little boys to be men, we have to teach them that. We have to teach them not to just give their bodies away. A lot of times we teach our little girls that, not to give their bodies away. But we need to teach our little boys that and let them know that they are kings. Their bodies are gifts and they are precious. And don't just be giving it away. Another thing that I want to say is that it's so important. It's so important that we talk to our children about things that are going on. We have to. Because if we don't, you know what? They're going to be raising themselves. A lot of times we'll allow them to sit in front of the TV and be on these little Wii games and all that. While we're at work, we're making that money. It's more to it, dads. It's more to it than just making the money, bringing the money in. You have to get to know your children. Get to know who they are. Talk to your children and let your children just kind of talk to you. I know growing up, it was like children are to be seen and not heard. But you know what? They have a lot to say. And our men of tomorrow are our little boys today. And what are you pouring into your little boy? What kind of man is he going to be? What kind of man is he going to be? And so I want to say again to you guys, happy Father's Day. Kudos to all the wonderful fathers out there. I love you. God loves you. And I leave you with this. What are you writing on the pages of other people's lives? And what are you allowing them to write on your pages? Be blessed and be safe. And again, happy Father's Day.
The safety of your praise.